How do you stop the clutter? This is a question I get all the time. How do you stop the clutter? Well, yes, there are a million blogs and everything out there about how to stop it, like stop shopping and do this and have limits and all that. But really, clutter is an inside job. Our internal clutter becomes external clutter. So those external solutions are great and super helpful, but also they're not the full story. They're not the full deal. So I'm going to talk about the internal clutter stops, right? So there are 4 things that you can do that are going to help you to stop clutter from continuing to grow around you. So the first thing is come home to yourself. How do we come home to ourselves? By using our breath, by breathing. Come home to yourself. If you are breathing and able to be in a physical body, our physical body is our first home, right? Our external home is great, but our physical body is our first home. And we feed that physical body with breath. We can live a month without food, days without water, but we can only live minutes without breath. So make sure that you are breathing, because when you are breathing and really creating conscious, active breath that is nourishing your body is calmer. Your nervous system relaxes. You're able to be more focused, more present, more true to what is. So that's the first thing, is just make sure that you are breathing. I love the practice of meditation. It's really wonderful. There are guided meditations online. I've been using a meditation breathwork practice for years from Dr. Andrew Weil that is all about, it's this active breathing and then this deep, deep breathing to kind of expel any negative breath and bringing in lots of refreshing, positive breath and then going into a state of meditation from there. And that is so powerful for me. It's just something that I love to do. But there are a million resources for meditating online that can be super helpful for you. So breathing is the first thing. The second thing that you can do is acknowledge what's true. What is true for you? You know, we live in this world where it is so superficial, right? We're posting things online about how great our lives are, even though we might be freaking out inside. And yes, we might have lots of wonderful moments during the day, but we also have moments where we feel challenged. Like, I have a great life and I'm really, really happy. And at the same time, I'm also feeling stressed about certain things and overwhelmed and uncertain. And so we as humans, we're complicated beings and we're constantly ebbing and flowing with our feelings. So acknowledging that is really important. You have to create a home inside of ourselves where you are safe. And we are safe when we can acknowledge and really be true to what's real. And sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. So one of the practices that I like to do is from Thich Nhat Hanh. He's a Buddhist monk, and he has this breathing practice where you say to yourself, as you breathe in and you think to yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I feel whatever you're feeling. I'm aware that I feel anger. Breathing out, I care for that anger. And every breath, it might change just a little bit. Breathing in, I'm aware that I feel anxious. Breathing out, I care for that anxiety. Breathing in, I'm aware that I feel anger. Breathing out, I care for that anger. And what's nice about that is it's just a very simple, gentle way of accepting wherever you are right now, because wherever you are is okay. It's okay. The last thing you need is to have a shame spiral going on inside of yourself. That is not going to be helpful in the slightest. No, what you need to do is just acknowledge and accept. Now, you're not saying, oh, it's okay to be angry and I'm going to be rageful forever and I'm making a plan for my rage. No, you're acknowledging, hey, rage is in the room. What's up, rage? Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Or not good to see you, but I see you, rage. So acknowledging really where you are. The third thing that you can do to kind of stop the clutter from building around you is that you can have communications with those around you. Now, I know that this can be easier said than done, but it's really important that you are able to communicate effectively with those around you. So I have spent years kind of refining my communication tools, using things like nonviolent communication. There's a book called Getting the Love You Want, and he has basically an active dialogue in there for communicating during challenging times. It's called the Imago Dialogue. I love that. I use that all the time. It's more about you tooling up to make sure that you can feel like you are able to communicate your truth, your needs. Communications are setting boundaries, expectations, putting yourself in a better place. So the more that you're able to communicate effectively from a strong, connected inner world with the external world, the less you're going to need your physical stuff to speak for you. So making sure that you're able to hold a communication and that you're actively communicating with those around you so that you don't need to communicate non-verbally. Now, the fourth and final thing that you can do when it comes to releasing yourself is to start to fill your life with things that bring you joy. Start to fill your life with things that bring you joy. Because a lot of times we collect items, right, with the intention of, well, one day I want to cook a quiche. Oh, one day I want to go parasailing. Oh, one day I want to do whatever this thing is. And then we have all these items to support that thing because we're hoping that those items will remind us to do that thing. So how about we just start doing that thing? Do it imperfectly. Do it with the wrong tools. Do it with less tools. Borrow tools. Whatever you need to do. Go and read a book about it. Spend your time, spend your energy, spend your attention on starting to fill your time, space, and life with things that bring you joy, not the promise of remembering to do those things later. Start to do it now. It might be you watching a video online. It might be you reading a book or going to a class or actually just going and watching someone else do it. Maybe that's your first step, and that's okay. But start to fill your life with the things that you really want to experience. Now, those 4 things, as simple as they are, will really help you to get on the path of not needing the clutter so that the clutter can go away, drift away. If it's not needed, it's not going to come. I tell you that. I see it every single day. So start to add these to your life. Start to pay more attention to where you want to bring them in gently into your life and what you can start to release. Hopefully this will help you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. And please share in the comments below what works for you, how you're going to start adding these into your life, and if you have, what you've noticed. Thanks so much.